Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulil kareem. So alhamdulillah, we finished off the book. I just want to go through a few surah, trying to summarize and implement all of the rules that we've done. So we take Surah Fatiha and we try to run through all the headings and see what things applies in each ayah and each verse. So we have Surah Fatiha here, everybody knows this. Now the first thing, if you look at the first chapter, was what? Parts of a sentence. Okay, so parts of a sentence. So what parts do we have in here? What do we have to look for? Exactly, you have to look for musnad and musnad ilay. So in this sentence, it's really alhamd is musnad ilay, sorry. Alhamd is what? Musnad ilay. And lillah is what? Musnad. And that's called the khabar. Well, obviously, it's jumla ismiya. So in jumla ismiya, it's going to be mubtada khabar, but it's musnad ilay musnad. Correct? And then what's the rest going to become? It's all quyud, because it's not part of the main part, it's not part of the umdatul kalam, it's not part of the main sentence, it's additional parts. Obviously it has faida. So you have musnad ilay and musnad. The next is what? Type of sentence. So this sentence, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin, is it jumla ismiya, jumla fa'iliya? Ismiya. Jumla ismiya shows what? No, it's made up of mubtada khabar. What does it show? What kind of meaning does it show? Thubut. Dawam is a voluntary, not voluntary, but maybe added on by the qarina or the context. So it's jumla khabariya and it's ismiya, it shows thubut. Because alhamdu, we know what is it, long term or short term? It's long term, so what's it going to be? It's going to be dawam, it's going to show dawam. Praise are for Allah always and it happens forever. Okay? And then one thing here is okay? So even though jumla khabariya in terms of mubtada khabar, it's not amr, it's not nahi, not istifham, not tamanni, not taraji. So it's not jumla insha'iyya, is it? But when you look in tafasir, they will say this. It's jumla khabariya lafzan, but insha'iyatan ma'nan. What does it mean? That in terms of the wording, mubtada khabar, it has to be what? Jumlatun khabariya. But if you look deeper in the sentence, when you say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, according to one tafsir, you're not really stating a fact. You're not going to say the praise is for Allah. You're not giving somebody information. What are you doing? By saying Alhamdulillah, what are you saying? You're thanking Allah. You're not stating a fact that praise belongs to Allah. You're actually trying to say, by saying Alhamdulillah, I am trying to praise Allah. Do you understand? Is that you're not saying, oh, guess what? Alhamdulillah, praise belongs to Allah. You're not saying that. You say, what do you say? Alhamdulillah. So you're not stating a fact that praise belongs to Allah. You're trying to say that I am now thanking Allah. So in that aspect, it becomes an insha in the terms of its meaning, not in terms of the word. The word is mubtada khabar, so it's jumla is khabariya. But in terms of the meaning, so for example, you're going to sajda, you're going to ruku, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. The tarkib is obviously Usabbihu Allah, Usabbihu Rabbi al-Azim. So, but in there, you're not giving a statement, you're doing what? Insha. When you go to ruku and sajda, you're saying these verses, what are you doing? You're doing insha of the praise. You're creating the praise, you're saying a praise. It's not something to do with a statement. So that's why, in terms of a meaning, you can say Alhamdulillah is what? Jumlatun insha'iyya. Make sense? Then the next discussion is sentence order. Discussion number 3 is sentence order. So we have here Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We have the mubtada first, the khabar second. Nothing is changed around in that. Yeah? But then you can have a question mark here, that why have Rahman first, why have Rahim second? Why not have Bismillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahim min Rahman? Well, there's different possibilities and different mufassirin and different things. One is that Rahman is more general. So they brought that first. Another possibility is that Rahim will match with Een and Deen. That's another possibility. So different reasons why. I'm not going to give you all the answers here. I'm trying to give you the way of thinking and see how these rules that we have studied, how they applied. Okay? Then another question is, why have this order? Why not have Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Maliki Yawmiddin, Rahman Ar-Rahim, Rabbil Alameen? Why not have these first? Another question mark that you have to look at. Another thing you have to think about. And Mufassirun who are focused heavily on Balagha may mention this. But again, this is what taqdeem. So taqdeem of the main slots, mubtada khabar, or taqdeem within single words, or taqdeem within phrases. Why do we bring each phrase first, or why do we bring another one second and later on? Okay? Then the next thing is that within these parts of the sentences, what's ma'rifah, what's nakira? So let's look at all of these words we have here. Alhamd. Now alhamd has got alif lam, so it's ma'rifah, correct? There are two tafsirs regarding this. is either going to be alif lam for jins or alif lam for istighraq. Jins means what? You say praise is for Allah. And then some people say all praises are for Allah. So those who say all praises are for Allah, what are they taking? Alif lam for istighraq. And those who are saying alif lam, say praise for Allah, they're taking as jins. You following? Okay. Now al-alamin. What is that alif lam referring to? Is it ahad or is it jins? So it says here istighraq. All, Lord of the worlds, meaning all of the worlds. Now what does it mean by worlds? Human kingdom, dunya and akhirah is also included. Human kingdom, jinnat kingdom, animal kingdom, angel kingdom, all of the worlds. Everything that exists, all of these. So this alif lam and al-alamin is for what? Jins. Then we go ahead and say, well, is there any qasr in the sentence? Is there any restriction? We say, well, it can be. Alhamdulillah is qasr. Qasr sifa al-mawsuf. We're saying that alhamd is only for Allah, nobody else. So that's also one type of qasr you can have in here. Is it long, short? So is it musawat, ijaz, itnab? It's itnab because alhamdulillah is finished. But we brought Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. So itnab is longer because we brought all of these additional phrases. What's the point of all of this? You're praising. And when you do a praise, you want to go long. You want to expand on your sentence. So this is itnab in here. And it has praise. Ilmul ma'ani. Sorry, ilmul bayan. There's nothing ilmul bayan. There's no metaphor or anything. As far as ilmul badi is concerned, we say baratul istihlal. Start with a very something that draws your attention in a very good way. And it's also called husnul iftitah. We might have used the word baratul istihlal. Some mufassirun or some ahlul balagha, they also use the word husnul iftitah. Same thing. Baratul istihlal or husnul iftitah. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Let's go back again. Is it jumla ismiya or is it jumla khabariya insha'iyya? It's khabariya. Oh Allah, we worship you. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. Oh Allah, we ask from you. It's jumla khabariya. And it's jumla fi'liya. Now is it showing hudud or tajaddud? Tajaddud. We do it all the time. We continuously worship you. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. We continuously what? Seek your help. So in this order, iyyaka comes first in both times. So it's maf'ul comes before the fa'il and fa'il. The order is changed around. What does that do? Taqdeem. Taqdeem of iyyaka does what? Gives ta'keed. Next after that is what? Yeah, then another question is taqdeem. Why have iyyaka na'bud first and then iyyaka nasta'in after? Why not have iyyaka nasta'in first and iyyaka na'bud afterwards? What's the faida of that? So well, we bring in ibadah first, then dua. Because ibadah, when you do ibadah, then you become worthy of asking. So that's why you brought iyyaka na'bud first and then nasta'in afterwards. So there's two things here. The order between iyyaka and na'bud, and the order between the ma'tuf alayhi and ma'tuf. Why bring this one in this particular order? I'm just running through it with you so you get an idea of how these rules and these discussions apply to each ayah and how you can analyze each verse. And obviously the mufassirin some will mention certain points. They won't go through this exactly systematically. They mention certain points. Some will mention a lot, some will mention less. Ma'rifah nakira, iyyaka is a zamir. Nothing extra really in there. Is there any qasr? Yes, there's qasr because it's taqdeem. So it's qasr al-sifa al-mawsuf. That ibadah is only for Allah. And also the isti'ana, seeking help is only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wasl fasl. Between iyyaka na'bud and wa iyyaka nasta'in, what is there? Wasl. Because there's a waw in between, it's wasl. Is it musawat, ijaz, itnab? What would you say? Musawat.
It's quite concise.
Yeah, it's not too brief, not too long. It's musawat, average speech. Okay, now let's look at wasl fasl from this aspect. Not from only iyyaka na'bud wa iyyaka nasta'in, but from here. Because this is one sentence, and it's another sentence, isn't it? So between these two, what's happening? There's no waw between these two, is there? There could be two reasons for that. One is kamal inqita. That is jumla insha'iyya. You're doing praise, and it's jumla khabariya. So you have jumla insha'iyya and khabariya. So because they vary in khabariya and insha'iyya, you don't put waw in between. Or it could be that you're saying, okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. So it's like, okay, why are you saying this? So iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. We want something from you. It's like, why are you praising? What's the purpose of this praise? Or it could be, but this is not too. I don't think this is the better option. Some people have mentioned this, but the best one is this. There's no waw between these two because this is khabari, this is insha'iyya, and this is khabariyya. Okay. And then there's one thing, al-iltifat. One of the miscellaneous rules, iltifat. Because here we sing Alhamdulillah, we sing Allah's what? Third person, ghaib. Then we sing Iyyahu ya iyyaka. You're going to the second person. So you're going from ghaib to hazir. That's called what? Iltifat. Okay? Not tenses, persons. You change from between the persons. So we have from Allah to Iyaka, from Ghaib to Hazir. Okay? We go on, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. So, Musnad ilayhi is what? The fa'il in Anta, Ihdi Anta, and the Musnad is the fa'il, Ihdi. That's it. And the rest is all the Quyud. And everything else is the Qaid. Yeah? Make sense? It's Jumla Insha'iyya because what? What is it? It's a dua amr. It's an amr. So Jumla Insha'iyya and it's an amr and it's a dua. Sentence order, it's normal. Fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul. Nothing extra. But then you have a question here. Why put Sirat al-Ladina An'amta alayhim? Fine. Why have Ghayr al-Maghdubi alayhim first and Dhalin afterwards? Because Maghdubi alayhim refers to the Jews, Dhalin refers to the... Give me two reasons. One is, Maghdub, who came first, the Jews or the Christians? The Jews actually came first in real life. So you mention them first and the Christians came afterwards. Or, so it can be tartibi haqiqi, the real order. Keep us away from the path of the Christians and the Jews who were astray. Or it can actually be because, well, saja. If you said Dhalin first and Maghdub alayhim afterwards, it wouldn't match. Mustaqim, Dhalin. So that's why you have this particular order regarding these two. Make sense? Okay. Ma'rifah nakira. Sirat is what? Ma'rifah. Alif lam is ahad, meaning the path that you all know of. The straight path, the path of Islam. Qasr, is there any qasr in here? Nope. There's no qasr really in here. Well, it could be qasr, because if you said Sirat al-Ladina An'amta alayhim, only this path, not this path. You get what I'm saying? So you're kind of making the qasr the maf'ul. Guided to this path, not this path. So in that aspect, it does have a kind of qasr. You get what I'm saying? Only guided to the path of the An'amta alayhim, not the Maghdubi alayhim, not the Dhalin. So there is a type of qasr in there. Yeah. Okay. Is it itnab? Yes, there is itnab. Because what? Ihdina. Yes, Sirat al-Mustaqim. And after you have Sirat al-Ladina An'amta alayhim, Ghayr al-Maghdubi alayhim. Why? Because of tawdih. You give more explanation, more clarity. Okay. Then another question can arise here. Why do you say An'amta alayhim? Dhalin. Why have Maghdubi alayhim? This is Alladhina Ghadibta alayhim. Why not have Alladhina An'amta alayhim Ghayr alladhina Ghadibta alayhim? Why not have that pattern? Why change it?
Because Allah is above becoming angry.
No, well, that's another aqidah masla. Allah does get angry and kama yaliku bi sha'nihi. However, it suits him and all this whole tafsir of that. But we don't want to attribute to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah doesn't want to attribute anger to himself. He's saying those who have become angry, not those who have incurred my wrath. Meaning it was their fault. It's not me, I became angry and there for no reason. So by saying maghdubi alayhim, those who anger was shown upon, is better than saying those who you got angry at. There's more adab in that, correct? That's why you say ghayr maghdubi alayhim instead of alladhina ghadibta alayhim. Do you understand? So that's why maghdubi alayhim is like a majhul kind of form. The fa'il is not mentioned to show adab. In these two, there's no fasl, there's a fasl. There's no waw in between. And this is two reasons. One is, this is jumla khabariyya, this is jumla insha'iyya. So you can't have a waw in between. And the second reason is the sawal nashi. Why? Ihdina sirat iyyaka na'bud. Oh Allah, we worship you. Iyyaka nasta'in. Oh Allah, we ask you for help. So the question is, okay, what help do you want? So what's the answer? Guide us to the straight path. That's the help we want. Yeah. And it's ilm al-bayan, you have isti'ara. Why? Because sirat really means a path. A path in the road. Sirat really means a path in the road that you walk on. We're not asking for that, are we? We're asking for a metaphorical path. So sirat here is basically mean ad-deenu ka sirat al-mustaqim. That religion is like a straight path. And then we take out the mushabbah and put the mushabbah bi only. That becomes the isti'ara. Okay? The tashbih is the original tashbih of the isti'ara. You understand? So this is a rough idea of how you can analyze. So basically what you do, you have the first page 8. When you see a Quranic ayah kind of thing, you want to analyze it, ask this question, all of these, what are part of the sentence? What are the types of sentences? What's the sentence order? What's the ma'rifah, nakira? What kind of ma'rifah is it? Is there any restriction, any qasar? Is there any atf? What's the length of the speech? All that kind of stuff. And you go to ilm al-ma'ani. Ilm al-bayan, is there any metaphor? Is there any tashbih? Is there any ilm al-badi? Is there anything? And you can analyze every single ayah like this. If you want more practice, you can use Sheikh Sabuni. He's got tafsir. It's called Safatu Tafasir. At the end of every little section, he's got a section, he's got headings, small headings. Very brief tafsir, only about 3 volumes. Some prints are available in 1 volume as well. He has tafsir, and at the end of the section, he has got something called al-balagha. that explains Balagha. Sheikh Wahab al-Zuhaili, he's also got a book, Tafsir al-Munir. He's also got, it's a bigger tafsir, it's quite big that tafsir is. But he's got the same thing as well. You can find a lot also in but in those two, the speciality of those two is that they actually have a section called Al-Balagha. You'll find it in Tahrir Tanweer, you find tafsir, you find a lot of Balagha in Zamakhsharis, you'll find it in Ruhul Ma'ani, but you don't have to have headings. So you have to read the tafsir to find it. And other tafsir probably have it as well, but these are some common ones that I commonly use. But in those two, the Faidas, they actually have a heading called Balagha. So in there you can actually see it out directly. Anything else that has it? I know more. Some people have said Tabligh got Balagha as well. I can't comment on that myself. But these will have it, but not have actually headings regarding that. Okay? Any other tafsir you have? Yeah? Okay?
What do you mean, like, go research it?
If you want to. For example, you see a Quranic ayah. Huh?
Are you ready for it?
You can try. You can try, no harm in trying it.
Which was the tafsir you're saying, the two main ones?
Safatu Tafasir. That's the easiest one. Safatu Tafasir. Sad, Fa, Wow, round Ta, Safatu Tafasir. It's available on the internet easily. PDF version or Safatu Tafasir. Okay? Sheikh Sabuni. Okay? That one has that's a good introductory or entry level. And after each section you see the Balagha, he mentioned the basic points. Okay? Subhanallah bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.